timeless love reading. When you find this, you are meant to find it. I am recording this on April 26th, but like I said, it is timeless, so you are meant to find it when you find it. Okay, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for liking and subscribing. It really helps out my channel here. We're going to see what Spirit has for you in love. Get a couple oracle first, and then we will move on to the tarot. Okay, your first card here is loss. Though loss may feel like an ending, it is also transformation that brings wisdom in the midst of sorrow. Even in pain, your soul is expanding and your journey is still unfolding in divine perfection. I've been getting this a lot for the readings, the loss card. So I feel like for the collective, a lot of you are feeling the loss of love, um, or still feeling the loss of someone. And then you have doubt. In times of doubt, there is clarity to be found within you. Sometimes you already know the answer, but the truth can be difficult to accept. Okay, and then you have overwhelm. Feeling overwhelmed is often a sign that you have taken on burdens that are unnecessary or excessive. Release what is not yours to carry and prioritize self compassion and personal wellness. So, this makes me think of the 10 of Wands. Carrying too many burdens that are not yours to carry, working too much when you have enough money. That can really mean anything. Doing things for other people when you don't have time, like too much. I mean, it can be an excess. Anything that makes you overwhelmed. And I'm hearing it's okay to say no. Okay, that's just coming out. So let's get this. I want to do this one. We're going to use this tarot deck. So we're going to see what else Spirit wants you to know about your love life. Lost, doubt, and overwhelmed. So with the doubt too, I'm really hearing, and with the overwhelmed, I'm really hearing that you need to take time. You need to take quiet time. So to figure out what Spirit is trying to tell you, what your inner self is trying to tell you. Okay, I feel like for some of you, I feel like for a lot of you, you're like working too much is what I'm hearing. You're working too much to try to keep your mind off of things that you actually need to deal with to get clarity in your mind. And I think some of you are just trying to hide is what I'm hearing over some sort of loss, some things that you have the inner knowing already. Okay, but I feel like you're trying to ignore it, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, Spirit. What other love messages do you have for Scorpio? What do they need to know? What is this loss, this doubt, and this overwhelming? Five of Swords, lack of communication and self-sabotage. Did you self-sabotage a connection? What else, Spirit? What else does Scorpio need to know? Because the Five of Swords is also like doing things at any cost, like self-sabotaging, like even if it hurts other people. Oh my gosh. I'll take them. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a lot here. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. Interesting. Okay. So you have the self-sabotaging. Okay. So for some of you, you definitely self-sabotage the connection. But I'm also hearing that for some of you, it's self-sabotaging your healing journey. is what I'm hearing. And then you have the magician, um, which to me, that is spirit's way of telling you you have all that you need to heal from this, okay? And to not self sabotage your healing journey, okay? Um, you have all the tools, is what I'm hearing, because the magician is the master of all the elements, right? And if you notice, he's making that sign, one hand up, one hand down. It's as above, so below. Okay. So to me, Spirit is telling you that you really need to go inward. Okay. Um, so that all your wishes that you are wishing for can be brought down to earth, is what I'm hearing. Okay. And then you have the Six of Swords, which is, you know, leaving something behind. You see the choppy water here and the calm water over here. It's also moving on to calmer shores. Okay, and I'm hearing this too shall pass. There is hope in this situation. There is hope in this situation. You have everything you need, as above, so below. Self sabotaging. I'm getting for some of you, you really did self sabotage a connection. And that might be why this doubt and overwhelmed is here. I mean, that's really coming through here. Then you have the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. The High Priestess, the Strength card, and using your intuition. So you have the strength. Spirit is trying to tell you, you have the strength to move through this. Okay, whatever the situation is, this loss is, even if you self-sabotaged it, you will work through this. Okay. But Spirit really wants you to go inward, because not only is the intuition here, it's also here. Okay. In the Page of Cups, the emotional dreamer. It's also a card of love, good ideas, but it's using your intuition. Okay. And then you have the High Priestess, which is another card of intuition. Oh my gosh. I just now realized that. So you have a lot of cards of intuition. Okay, so I'm talking to some Scorpios here. This is not going to resonate with everybody, but you definitely self-sabotaged a connection. Okay, and for what reason, I don't really know. But Spirit is telling you, you know, you are the magician. You are the captain of your own ship. You can fix this. You have all the tools you need to heal, to fix the situation, to move on to calmer shores. Okay, but they're wanting you to use your intuition. I have 1, 2, 4 cards of intuition here. What about this doubt? What does Scorpio need to know about the doubt card? 9 of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. What else, Spirit? What else? What else? Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. I can't stop saying it. So on the doubt card, the clarifying card that came out was the 9 of Wands, which is the Wounded Warrior. Okay. Him being the Wounded Warrior, it's like I'm hearing this like never-ending story. Um, you know, it takes strength and courage to fight these battles, but I feel like you've been fighting these battles for a long time, over and over again, right? And you're tired. That's why he's the Wounded Warrior, because he keeps going back to war, keeps fighting again. Um, and this is out on the doubt card. So that's why they want you to use your intuition, because I feel like most of this is in your mind, right? But you do have a few wand cards here. So this is something you're very passionate about, most definitely. Um, And I think that's why you keep going around and around and fighting, 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 fighting for this. I don't know if you're fighting for the connection because you know you self-sabotaged. Um, but I feel like this is just a connection in the past that you self-sabotage and now you're healing from it. Okay? Because you're also, this is like you have foresight because you have the 3 of Wands here, which is like planning. You're planning for your 10 of Cups. Wish fulfillment, 10 of Cups. Okay, so, and you may be doubting that you can have that 10 of Cups again. I'm getting that for some of you. So you're planning, but you're doubting. You're doubting your plans because you have been the wounded warrior in the past, is what I'm hearing. I want a couple more clarifying cards. I'm going to try to make these rows even. Since I got so many on the first, we'll go down a couple more. What else about the doubt can you tell me, Spirit, for Scorpio and their love life? What else does Scorpio need to know about this doubt in their love life? What else does Scorpio need to know? I think I'm giving too much. Somebody from the past. Well, I want to know why the 6 of Pentacles in here. So you got the 6 of Pentacles, which is it's like charity work. Some of you may work for charity or do charity work, or maybe the person you're thinking about. 10 of Wands, carrying the burden. See, that is the overwhelm. That's like I just said that, the 10 of Wands earlier. Okay, sorry, one thought at a time. You may do charity work, or the person that you self-sabotage the connection with does charity work. But with it coming out as clarifying on the 10 of Cups, I feel like you're concerned or you have doubt of giving too much attention to this, is what I'm getting. Because then you have the 6 of Cups, which is the reconciliation card, which is somebody from your past. Or you feel like you're not giving enough or can't give enough. I clarified the 6 of Cups and it's this. I clarified, I'm sorry, 6 of Pentacles and I got the 6 of Cups. So it's like you want this 10 of Cups with this person, but you self-sabotaged. Okay, but there's love here too with the Ace of Cups. You feel like you're moving on to calmer waters. You're planning. Okay, you definitely were the wounded warrior. So you were like hurt in the past from all the maybe previous relationships or a past relationship. But I don't feel like this 6 of Cups is the same person. And I feel like you're healing. You're making plannings for this 10 of Cups, but you're scared of giving too much to this past person that's coming in. But you're very nostalgic or thinking of them, or they are thinking of you. And then you have the 10 of Wands, which is the same thing as being overwhelmed. It's carrying burdens that are no longer yours. So he's carrying these wands home, but it's the end of his harvest. So once he gets home, he gets to enjoy the wands, right? So it's like you're at the end of a cycle, is what I'm hearing. Um, but you're like, yeah, see, like the overwhelmed, mentally anguished, right? You're overwhelmed mentally about this situation, is what I'm getting. You're up in your head about it too much. But with the high priestess here too, I feel like spirit is telling you that you need to have patience and trust and use your intuition on this. And I think you're just overwhelmed in your head. What else, spirit? Can I have some more about this overwhelmed? Knight of Swords. Seizing the opportunity. They want you to seize the opportunity, but they also want to make sure that you are not making hasty decisions. Okay, but you're definitely overwhelmed. In what direction to go with this? I'm just getting the Tower. Okay, that makes more sense now. I was not understanding quite what was going on here. If you were focused on somebody and the loss that had happened, the self-sabotage, and that's who this past person is. But I believe that now that these are the same, that this is the same person for you because the Tower came out. Okay, so, and that's why you're overwhelmed. But towers are a good thing. Sometimes things have to fall apart to be rebuilt or for something new to be built. Okay, I'm hearing things built on shaky grounds, right? But now you can rebuild on stronger grounds. Can I have a clarifying card with the Tower, please? Spirit, one clarifying card, please. No, no, no. Oh, they're saying take them. Okay, fine. So I have the Six of Wands and Justice. Okay. So with the Tower, it's the the Tower is clarified by the Justice. So I'm hearing that there's harmony and balance being brought into something that there was not harmony and balance before. And that's why the Tower happened. Okay. So it's like things had to be sacrificed, or things have to be sacrificed in order for this to proceed or to rebuild on a solid ground. Okay. But then I also have the Six of Wands, which is, work results, it's triumph, it's achievement, it's success. I mean, he's riding in on this horse, and being, acknowledged for all of his hard work. Okay. So I believe there's going to be success in this situation for you, whichever way it turns, whatever choice you make. Okay. But they're wanting you to get out of your head. They don't want you to feel overwhelmed anymore with making a decision on this. Okay, because they're saying that you will have success whatever you choose as long as it's coming from the heart. Okay, can I have a couple more clarifying cards, please, Spirit? They're telling me to take this one. Yeah, no more. You got the Five of Pentacles, which is feeling left out in the cold. The Four of Pentacles, which is holding on to things too tightly. They're telling me you're like, because the Pentacles, it's like holding on to his money too tightly. So I feel like you're financially stable, is what I'm hearing. And the Hermit, yeah. See, they want you to go within. I'm hearing like stop looking at or stop working so hard and pay attention to this. Okay? Because they want you to pay attention to this emotional part so you don't self sabotage. Now, I don't know. Some of you may be going back to a relationship or thinking about it. Some of you are trying to move on from it. But either way, you need to sit with it because you have the Hermit here. Okay. And Spirit is really wanting you to sit with your emotions and figure out what it is that is in alignment with you. Where do you want to be? What is for your highest good? Okay. Not to be carrying other people's emotional baggage or their stuff. Okay. They're wanting you to release some stuff, Release other people's responsibilities that are no longer yours, because you basically got the 10 of Wands twice with the Overwhelm card and the 10 of Wands. So that is just literally clarifying that Spirit is saying, I meant what I said. There are things you need to release that are no longer your responsibilities. Okay? So that you can stop feeling overwhelmed, so that you can focus on you, so you can make the decision that is for your highest good with this. And so you don't self sabotage things anymore for yourself. Okay? That was heavy and a little confusing. I hope this resonated, Scorpio. I just hope it helped. I really hope it helped. Okay. And if it did, please remember to hit like, subscribe, all those wonderful things. It really helps out my channel here, pushes out this information to people that may be in need of similar types of information. And until next time, I'm sending you love and light.